And today I'll be taking you through Principal Accounts Paper 2 for May-June 2024. So this has been one of the most challenging papers in the past years. So let's go through. We'll start with question 1. Alright, so on November 1st, 2023, John Enterprises had cash in hand of $1,475. The business also had a bank overdraft of $1,125 on its bank account. During November, the following transactions occurred. So let's interpret this information at the top. And before going through the transactions, we'll go at the bottom and see what's required. So they had cash in hand, so this is a debit figure. And we have an overdraft. An overdraft means that you owe money to the bank. So this will be a credit figure. Anyway, using the form provided on page 5, so this is page 4, this is page 5, and this is the form. Basically, it's a cash book. Prepare the 3-column cash book. Balance the cash book at month end and bring down the balances into the next period. Total the discount column. So basically, you have to prepare the entire cash book and not just the transactions. So let's go. November the 4th, sales by check total $2,623. So sales is always credited, so credit sales and debit check. And check is bank. The amount is $2,635. I hope I see 35. Pay the following accounts less a 5% discount by check. So this discount is offered when they pay. So this here is a cash discount. Therefore, it's going to be recorded in the 3-column cash book. And also, you are paying and receiving this discount. So it's a discount receive. So let's go with Smith. Smith has $840, receiving a 5% discount. This is $42. Therefore, he has to pay $798. On the other hand, K. Peters receiving a 5% discount as well. Receive a 5% discount from K. Peters as well. So we have this $874. Alright, so let's continue on November the 13th. B. French paid $1,900 in cash in full settlement of his account of $2,000. So when we say in full settlement, it means that he covered his entire account of $2,000. But the thing is, he owed $2,000 instead of $1,900, which means that this person has received a discount of $100, and they paid you, right? So this is a discount allowed. Right, so you're gonna debit cash $1,900, and then you're gonna debit discount allowed, and you're gonna credit B French. Good there. Cash sales paid directly into the bank totaled $1,125. So debit bank, credit sales $1,125. Mr. John, the owner, gave the business $3,000 by check, which must be repaid in 1 year time. So we can treat this either as a loan or this is capital invested. So let's treat it as capital. So the bank is increasing, so you debit bank because you put in a check, and credit, let's say capital, and that's going to be $3,000. The owner took $800 of the cash in hand to deposit into the business's bank account. So this is a contra entry. You remove the cash, so you credit cash and you debit bank, and that's $800. And the final one, a rent paid in cash totaled $1,540. So debit rent and credit cash 1540. Alright, so I'm just gonna circle the items that have to go in the bank statement. Sorry, the cash book. So we have bank here, all of this. Over here we have this part. We have here, we have this, we have the entire of this, and we have this. So 1, 2, 3, well, I can't really count it because we have 4 items here. Anyway, so let's go. So remember, we have to start with our balance brought down. So cash is 4. Alright, so I hope this does not flip the wrong way. So let's go on the forest days. So this is 2023, so we're gonna write 2023 here, and also 2023, and this is for the month of November. So the best possible thing is to put, okay, no, nice. So put November. So November the 4th, we have cash, which is balance brought down. So you have balance brought down, and cash is $1,475, and bank, as in balance brought down for bank, it's $1,125. So we come back here, let's look at the second transaction. Everything has to come over. So we paid people, therefore the amount has to be credited, and we have discount received. So this is November 4th. It's now November 4th, sorry about that. November the 4th, we have a sale, so we have to debit bank, so it's going to be easier. So I did that, and I have it on another screen so I can easily look back and get these balances. Let me increase the spend size. I hope you're gonna see now. Anyway, let's start. November the 4th, we have a sales, and the account is debit bank. So November the 4th, it's a sales, and we are to debit bank, and the sales is $2,635. $2,635. November the 10th, so this is a lengthy transaction. November the 10th is we paid 2 persons. We paid L. Smith, and please do not combine them because you would have to transfer the amounts separately to each account, as in personal account, and K. Peters. L. Smith received a discount. Sorry, you received a discount of $42 from L. Smith and a discount of $46 from Peters. And you had to pay $798 and $874. Let me write this a bit neater so when we have to balance I would not make a mistake. $798. Alright, November the 13th. So we debit cash and debit discount allowed. November the 13th, and this is for B French. Discount allowed is $100, and cash is $1,900. November the 16th, we have a cash sales that was paid into the bank account, and it was for $1,125, and it's a sales. 19th of November, we received some money from John. So you'll assume that's capital. It could be a personal loan because it has to be repaid. Nevertheless, it has to be on the debit side of the cash book. He sent in $3,000. On the 27th, we have a contra entry. So money is going to the bank account from the cash book, and the folio is going to be C. This is November the 27th. We have to get the transaction over here as well. And this is bank contra, and it's coming out from the cash. On the 30th, we paid for rent, and the rent is $15.40 cash. Alright, so please do not forget to put your cash book at the top here. We can also put for the which period, for month ended or for period ended 30th November 2023. This is the credit side, this is the debit side. Alright, so we have to get our balance carried down. So let's balance. So this is 100. 1900 plus 1475 is 3,375. 2635 plus 1125 plus 3800, 7,560. This is $88. This is going to be $23.40. I think. Let me just add to confirm. Yep. $11.25. That comes from the opening balance. Yeah. $11.25 plus $7.98 plus $8.74. And this is going to give you $27.97. So let's look at the cash side. This over is bigger than this over, so the carry down amount, this is going to be carried down on the 30th as well. So balance carry down is going to go on the credit side. So $33.75 minus $23.40 is going to give you $1,035. And over here we have $75.60 minus $27.97. We have $4,763. Let's add up. This is not supposed to be double. Alright, so let's add up. This is supposed to be $33.75. This is supposed to be $75.60. $33.75. $75.60. The total discount received is $88, and the total discount allowed is $5. But we're not finished here. We have the close one that is balance brought down on the 4th day of December. We have balance brought down, and the balance brought down is the balance carried down. So we have $10.35, and we have $47.63. And that's it for the cash book, but we are not finished with question 1 as yet. This is for 50 marks, and now we have another piece for 5 marks. Alright, so for this part here, you're going to look at the required piece of information rather than reading everything once again. Prepare the bank reconciliation statement for John Enterprises for the month ended 31st December 2023 to arrive at the cash book balance. They did not give us a cash book balance for us to correspond, so we'll make do with whatever information is present. So the very first thing you need to do is put the name of the business, John. We are performing a bank reconciliation statement. at when 34th December 2023. 2023. Alright, so let's look at the information. The following information is available for Johnson Enterprises for the month ended 34th December 2023. So the first thing we have is banks ask for bank statement. So this is the amount that is shown in the bank statement when received. This does not mean this amount corresponds with the cash book, because there are times that checks are not registered, or they are not deposited the right time. By the right time, I mean it has to take time to be processed. So sometimes you may send payments through check, or sometimes customer may send payment via check as well, and they are not recorded. So in this case, we'd have to add or subtract as necessary. So let's start with our bank statement balance. So balance ask for bank statement. Let me use a different color. Balance as for bank statement. And that is, we're gonna put two columns. We're gonna put that in the final column. That is $9,275. All right. Check 103 for $1,223, and check 107 for $830 were not shown on 34th December bank statement. All right. So the fact that we have these numbers means that we probably send the payment. And if you look at the next one, we have a deposit, so which means that this forecast not explicitly stated, but this here is basically payments, and obviously payments will have to be deducted and deposits will have to be added. So when checks are not registered, you call them unpresented checks. Unpresented checks. We say checks because we have two and we do not have names, we have number. So you have number 103, and this is $1,223, and we have number 107, which is $830. Alright, so let's add this quickly. We have $1,223 plus $830. This will give us $2,053. So remember, this has to be minus, so we'll put this in bracket. And our second part is a deposit. So deposit is not going to be named deposit, it's called outstanding lodgement. So we have outstanding lodgements. Well, it's one, so it will be lodgement. Outstanding lodgement, and that is $2,270. So let's add and subtract as necessary. So $9,275 minus $2,053 plus $2,270, and I have $94.92. So balance for cash book. Balance as for cash book is going to be, and that there will earn you 20 marks easily.